Hey guys, Joe with Joe's Golden Garage. Doing a little update on our 2017 Nissan Rogue. I just ran it through the car wash. It'd been a while since it had a bath, so I thought I would bring it to the car wash and get her clean. She's running good. As I've reported in previous videos, this is my daughter's car. She is 17 now. She's done a pretty good job taking care of the car. Let me move some of her little doodads she's got here so we can see everything. If I can move it, her little words of wisdom she looks at in the morning. Okay, we got 21,859 miles. I think the last time I did an update, I think it had about 10,000 miles. The car's, it's been a great car. The only complaint is the seats stain pretty easily. And of course, that's passenger error more than anything. I think she's obviously been as careful as she can keeping this car clean, but friends and a little brother that she also takes places, things manage to get spilt, but it will leave those stains, those rings on the seats, even if you just spill water. I don't think there's been a ton of soft drink drinking, and definitely no alcohol drinking in this car. So a lot of it's probably just water that has spilled. Still got the good old CVT whirring under the hood. The CVT has not been bad. That has probably been one of the I gotta get a little bit of climate control. Hang on just a second. Dual zone climate control. Getting a little fog up here. Let's crank that up. Yes, the 2.5 4-cylinder and the CVT has been probably the biggest complaints you hear on the Rogue. When you see the professional reviews, they fuss and complain about, this thing not having a lot of power. The CVT is better than earlier generation Nissans, of course. I think it's very easy to live with. I drive a Volkswagen Golf that is turbocharged. Probably has one of the best shifting automatic transmissions you can get, with paddle shifters, and yes, that is definitely better. Car and Driver magazine, will even tell you a Golf is on their 10 best car list. The Nissan Rogue is not, but it's not considered to be an enthusiast car like, say, a Volkswagen Golf or GTI or what have you. This is just a people mover that does that job pretty well. It has a lot of room for 5 people. The back seat is very generous in the legroom department. I have absolutely no issues getting comfortable. Actually, I am more comfortable in the back seat of this rig than I am in the front seat. As 6'2", 6'4", with this big ass afro I got right now, this is my position with the seat all the way back. And as you can see, my knee is not far from the dash. So I'm sitting in a very upright position. The gas pedal is, I feel like it's at my, up my ass almost. It's so far forward. The only way I can get comfortable is in this car for a long trip. Now, short jaunts, this is fine, but for a long trip, I have to push the seat all the way back, and I have to push it all the way down. And as it goes down, it also goes backwards a couple of more inches, so you steal a little more legroom. That's my biggest complaint with the driving position. At that point, you're reaching for the steering wheel, I feel. So even though I've gained my legroom that I need, I feel like at that point I have to have gorilla arms to reach the steering wheel. So, you know, that is not my favorite, favorite position. Is this car, it ain't got it. I just don't like it. Long trips, it becomes tiring to me. So most of the time I'm letting my wife drive or my daughter drive, and if we go somewhere in this vehicle, and I ride the back seat if I'm not a passenger. So I'll show you what I was talking about here. Oh, got the heated seats on. No wonder I'm so damn warm. Okay, so once you move the seat all the way back, which it is, if you'll then lower it, it'll go down, plus you'll gain, sorry the car's so filthy, you'll gain some leg room. Now see that seat, how that stains? Isn't that awful? A lot of that is sweat stains from my daughter getting in the car after sporting events and activities. So yeah, the interior definitely could use some cleaning. Let's see how the back seat looks. Back seat has fared much better because it sees less use. But as you can see, it's got lots of leg room back here. I have finally figured out the kick function on the tailgate. Just one fast kick. That's all you got to do. Wonder if it'll close it. Yeah, it'll close it. You have a button as well. One fast kick. Well, she cleaned up pretty good considering it hadn't had a bath in a couple of months. But see, when I'm in the back seat, tons of leg room. I can stretch out. You know, I've got plenty of headroom. Got vents back here, place to put your drink. It's all good. Getting in and out, ingress and egress, piece of cake. Now back to this 2.5. Now of course this engine is dead reliable. You know, it's 1,000 years old. Nissan's been using this damn motor since, gosh, I think it dates back to the 2002 Nissan Altima. It runs very quiet and it's pretty smooth, but you know, it only makes 175 horsepower, so you know, it's not a muscle machine. Now this around town driving, you can expect to get averaging right at 22.5 miles per gallon. That's just strictly all city driving. Now that I've pushed the seat down and out back, I have plenty of leg room now. But now the steering wheel, I have to reach for it. So let me try to, it's all the way out, so I can lower it some. Yeah, so I'm gonna raise the seat back up some and sacrifice some of this leg room so I can at least half-ass reach the steering wheel. The entertainment, this has been very good for my daughter because of the camera. This was an option on this vehicle. This has been very helpful for her as far as parking and pulling in and out of the garage. This has been a definite must-have for a new driver if you can afford to buy a vehicle with a functionality like this. You know, part of me wishes I would have just bought her an old 5-speed Honda Accord, you know, 15 years old or something, and you know, that's what I said my whole life. I was gonna make her learn how to drive a stick and do without cameras and Bluetooth and all this stuff. But you know, when that day's upon you, well, and you've got a wife twisting your arm, haha, you tend to go her way. And hey, there's been no regrets. This has been a great vehicle for her. I feel very good that she's driving this. I feel like she's safe. It's got airbags. It's you know, up to date on the IIHS crash test. Everything's good there. crash worthy wise. The technology is a little low tech. I mean, it does have nav and it works fine, but this is old. This head unit's old. Nissan needs to roll out some new updated tech, and they may have for 2019. I'm not sure. I need to go look at them. But you know, it's feature rich. The heated seats are nice. The heated steering wheel is nice. The powered liftgate is nice. I didn't show the remote starting, but it does have the remote starting for these cold winter mornings. That's nice. You know, it's got a lot of features. Only wish is, I wish I would have maybe just gotten the SL model with the leather seats. You know, the cloth seats are comfortable, they feel good, and they do clean up easy, but they stain so easy, especially in this light beige. So maybe, you know, the charcoal interior would have been a better choice. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go down here to my little favorite spot, do a little 0 to 60. If no one's behind me, if someone's behind me, I'll turn around until I can get a chance to do it. Almost 22,000 miles, other than 3 or 4 oil changes. Well, one's about due at 22,000 miles, so I'm almost due. So I think this will be number 4. You know, other than oil changes, that's it. That's all we've done to this car. Just oil changes, entire rotation. No issues, no problems. Just, you know, just the basic stuff. All right, let's do a 0 to 60. All right, to the floor. Kinda slow, but it's decent enough. It'll get you where you want to go. She'll cruise on the interstate 80, 85 with the cruise control set. That is no problem with this car. You'll get 30 miles to the gallon plus doing so. If you slow it down to about 70 or 75, you know, you'll get 35 miles to the gallon, 34-ish, 5-ish, you know, somewhere in there. But, you know, for a good size, medium size SUV, that's not bad. I mean, you can't complain about that. So, but yeah, just a little update. And I've had a lot of views on the first two. The first one was pretty pitiful because I didn't know how to use any of the features. But, you know, you got your dual zone climate control, air conditioner's nice and cold. The heat will blaze you out, and the heated seats will blaze you out. There's lots of little storage and cubbies, and it's roomy, and it's affordable. You know, with the discounts they're constantly doing on these things, you can get one equipped exactly like mine with the this is the premium. I think they call it the premium package. It comes with the bigger screen and the camera, the power tailgate, the heated steering wheel, remote start. I mean, you could get this car for like 25 grand, maybe even a little bit less. I know my dealer here still has a dozen or so 2018s left, and I have a friend that works there, and he said they'll do anything right now to sell one. So, you know, you might could get one in the low 20s. This is the SV, Rogue SV, 2-wheel drive, so it's very middle of the road trim. And it's, you know, been a great car. I highly recommend it. Don't let the CV, all the talk and that the big professional reviewers and all them talking about the CVT and the engine. The engine makes plenty of power. It gets good gas mileage. The CVT is not hard to live with. Now, long-term reliability and durability, that is yet to be seen with these later model Nissans. I know the earlier CVTs have problems. I know of a friend that has a 2015 Altima that when it hit 100,000 miles, his CVT went south. So, you know, I've got a ways to go to 100K, but, you know, that if that's true, that's pretty lame. So we'll see. I'll keep doing updates as the years and the miles go by, and I appreciate you guys watching. If there's anything someone wants to see me do with this car or show on this car, let me know. I'll be glad to shoot another little video if somebody wants to see how a certain feature works, but I'm sure it's already on YouTube. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll check you guys next time. Peace.